You are locked into legit hip hop only on earGROUND.
10. Diri pari manje, diri mujerera kere mazi demands. Anongotwara big, atware chivanzi, kutsvaga maranzi. Cause atindivhurire boutique, ndiodhere oshisi. Soro uri kutema unongopera nepiti. Amai pake anovashedza nezita, akuda kuzvita kune vangu. Unoomesera anokuda wacho, unodonetera vamwe attention yako, ma-actions ako. We can't deny kuti pano tension yapo, rent apana, landlord feeling like that.
Hey guys, what's happening, what's popping? You already know who it is. It's your girl Lala, and you are tuned into Legit Hip Hop, that show that brings you everything hip hop related. All right, and today's guest. Okay, so I usually let people introduce themselves. So introduce yourself, sir.
Name's Holy 10, leader of the Eat, speaker of the truth.
Yeah, man, and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, so let's just get right into it. All right, so first and foremost, you dropped something today.
Yes, I did.
Gamo.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
I am.
Yeah, how's what? Like, okay, first of all, Gamo is a name you are constantly putting in your songs. You are constantly like, what is Gamo? Who is Gamo? Is it like a metaphor you use to address women musically? Is it a character from past experience? Because I listened to it and it felt very personal.
Yeah.
So, what is Gamo? Who is Gamo? Is it a? Please explain, because Tabone Gamo.
Imagine we're probably gonna hear about Gamu for the next 10 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But Gamu's a character. Yeah, I've been thinking about Gamu since I came onto the spot. You know, all those songs that I wanted to be like Bozwangu. Yeah. Gamu it's a story that happened to me that I'm gonna tell in bits. It's actually a real life story.
Okay.
And it's about love, it's about trust and honesty and all those things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so clearly we're gonna be hearing more about Gamu.
Definitely. I promise.
No
fear, Gamu.
Alright, we'll go miss it on a Gamu, but anyway.
Yeah.
So, just to like, the whole news of Ricky Rick hit everyone, right? And this is someone who was like a really hip hop, idol, a hip hop artist who pretty much changed a lot of things in the, the whole genre. And I was going through people's comments, and everyone is like, check up on your husbands, check up on your brothers, la-di-da, right? And it just got me thinking, what if this person doesn't want to be checked on? What if, it's one thing about Siramun and it's another thing about Siramun and Robatiro. And there was a whole lot of mention, everyone started on this whole men's mental health matters. So just to hear like a male's perspective, what do you do with someone who doesn't want help, but you can see they're struggling with either depression or whatever?
Alright.
Be it a friend, be it you being the one who's not open up, or someone like from a guy's perspective, how do you go about that?
Alright, yeah, these are very sensitive matters around men's mental health. But I don't think anyone ever stops crying out for help. The moment they stop crying out, that's when they resort to other measures, and then that's when maybe they commit suicide and things happen. But the moment they're showing signs, R.I.P. Ricky Rick, just like what he was doing, he had not stopped asking for help. He kept on posting, he kept on talking wherever he was talking. I was watching this video where he was on an interview, and he kept on saying, if you never hear from me again.
Yeah.
That's a cry for help. Men never stop asking for help. They're always giving out signs. So I just feel like we need to be able to read the signs.
But do African men ask for help? Let's be honest. Like, looking at the way society is set up, masculinity when it comes to African men, there's a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of expectations how you're supposed to act. Do Zim men ask for help? Let's be honest.
But I think no, they don't ask for help, but they show signs that they need help.
Okay.
You can tell. You can see it.
Because I've come across a lot of guys where you can, like I'm saying, you see signs and symptoms. You wanna talk to them, but then he shuts you out. And you're like, so what must happen? Like, how am I supposed to help you?
I think we must find a way to come together and find out, because there's always an approach method. I know situations where some people like to get help publicly. Some people are comfortable going on social media and discussing their problems with everybody. Some people are even scared to ask for help because they're afraid that their stories will end up in the streets. So it's really just about how we try to help people.
How do you ask for help?
How do I ask for help?
Yeah, how do we know Holy Tin asking for help?
You just listen to my lyrics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to take a break.
earGROUND. New voices amplified.
Okay, so I don't know if you listen or actually follow our episodes, but I think 2 episodes ago we spoke about a debate that was happening online where someone raised the point saying that in Zim, a rapper only succeeds when they rap in Finnic versus when they rap in English. What do you think about that?
Has any rapper succeeded rapping in English?
I mean, that's a good question. I mean, there was 10. Okay, let's count the guys that did try and rap in English. There was 10 Diamond, right? And he didn't really, I mean, he did well, but I think he wasn't as appreciated as he probably should have been. Probably because he rapped in English. All right. I'm trying to think of any other rapper that rapped in English. Good point. But still, like, my question is, does that mean if you do rap in English, you won't work? Or is it just a fear that people have?
I think the industry has been growing, to be honest. I keep saying this. We can't be expected to catch up with people that have been, with people that's actually started this. You know, hip hop started in the US. They know the skills, they know everything that they started, the foundations about hip hop. We only got to know about it through even the guys that you're talking about, Anati and Diamond. So I'm like, everyone's been playing their part. You have to drive it until it gets to the point where you want it to get to. You know, there was a point where no Zim hip hop artist was dressing well. And then someone came, there was a point where no hip hop artist got 100,000 views. There was Takura, there was a point where no hip hop artist did this. So I feel like that's going to progress to a point where we're saying, no, hip hop got a Grammy, hip hop in English. I know, shout out Vanasan, Denny Moods, Obi Machiavelli. Those guys rap in English. Yes, and I'm always telling them, I talk to those guys a lot, even more than some of the rappers that sing even in the language that I sing in. I talk to those guys, I'm telling them, guys, the market is about to open. There are a lot of people here that speak English, that listen to English, but then we have to push. I'm pushing to a certain level, they're going to push to a certain level until we're saying, okay, hip hop is done. Yeah.
Do you think if you were to start rapping more in English, it would change in terms of how people receive you?
At this point, I feel like maybe I could then chance blowing up in another market, because I have 105,000 subscribers now. 55% of them are Zimbabwean. So that means that there's a partition of some international exposure there. So who knows, an English song might blow up somewhere and take us somewhere. But I don't want to lose my identity and my culture. I'm trying to develop a universal sound that even if they hear it, like we hear songs from Nigeria, we hear even the Amapiano songs, they don't have to try and speak in English, or they make it native. Yeah, so I don't have to start speaking in English.
Yeah, because I think for me, my argument was there's always, music is a universal language.
It is.
How many times do we bump to lyrics and languages, that we don't understand? Do you know what I mean? So I feel like also sometimes Zim artists kind of tend to, we package ourselves in a box. We only think of Zim audience. So you've got a point. All right, so next thing. Do you think beef in Zimbabwe pays? Like, as having beef with each other? I know, we all know outside of, in other countries that stuff definitely pays. You know what I mean? In Zim, do you think beef pays?
I think it depends who's beefing.
Okay.
It's paid for me, though.
Oh, it's paid for you?
Yeah, it's paid for me.
Well, okay, does that explain? Okay, wait, actually, hold up. So if it's paying for you, does that mean it's a staged beef, or it's actually genuine, but then you found a way to, benefit you?
It's always complicated there, I'll be honest with you. This is a very complicated and political industry.
Okay.
I have the most beefs in the past year than any other artist. I've done like 3 of them.
One particular one that keeps dragging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but we ended it. You know, everything's fine now. I guess. I hope.
What do you mean? You guess, you hope? Well, it's fine according to who?
According to me.
Okay.
I don't want to go on for it.
Okay.
I released a song where I was talking about that. That's not my character. I don't feel like I should be beefing.
Yeah.
I feel like I can beef, and I'm always ready to beef. I always want to beef, but then I have a greater responsibility upon me.
When you say when you're always beefing and you do it to protect your ego, are you doing to protect your brand? When you say you're always ready to beef.
Now, sometimes I'm just trying to remind certain people of certain things. You know?
Okay.
It's very important in the jungle. You find a lion taking down a tree for absolutely no, not a lion, an elephant.
Yeah.
Taking down a tree just for absolutely nothing, but just so that the animals don't get too excited. The monkeys. You know what it is. But then I've realized that with these things, we've taken notes from Chitwanana, Pusha T and everything, but then Kunok is different because culture influences us more than trends and all these things. Some people end up taking it personally. You end up saying the things that you're not supposed to do. I've even had some messages from fans saying, now we don't understand what you're doing as the leader of the youth.
And how have you related to such responses when people are like, okay, we don't feel like you? Yeah, like how do you relate to that?
I've really just told myself, because some people, you know, there's so many people here. There are people that are saying, right, well, it's not paid a match. Now that he's doing this. And then to those people, I'm like, no. There are things that I'm doing. I have songs that I've written even before I wrote Ndaremerwa. Okay. Yeah, that could even be more powerful. I still have a catalog. Okay. I have people that also complain, you can't keep the message constant. You know, and you realize you gotta put a little bit of appetite, and then there are people that really take the leader of the youth black and white, and they're saying, no, you can't be out here, and this and that. So I've been thinking about it, and I realized, I think I've done more beef now, and it's a high time I go back to that guy.
Besides, your best revenge is your paper, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So, okay, dope. So that's pretty much it for this episode. I mean, is there anything else you want us to keep tuned in for? Any new content besides Gamu that's coming out?
Nah, Gamu's probably the one of the few pieces that I'm gonna drop this year. Okay. Yeah, but with that comes a message. Okay. Because I've really taken it upon myself. We've been talking even with some of my people from the brand that it's very important for us to reset. Yeah. So the people are not gonna hear from me a lot. So it's very important for me to also say this. I wouldn't say this anywhere else. I just say it here. Okay. It's very important for me to send my love to the UZ people and to Volts JT, to Enzo Aisha, to Tammy Moyo, and to Yaya Good Vibes. Yeah, these are the brands that I've collided with in my music career over this past year. And there've been controversies, there's been this and that. And if any one of these brands that I've mentioned has been wronged, I am humbly apologizing for that as Holy Ten, the leader of the youth and the speaker. All
right. You heard it from him. You only get it at earGROUND. The exclusive. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you had fun. And hopefully you're going to come back again.
I might not, but yeah.
Why are you crushing me before it even shot? But anyway, thank you so much for coming, guys. This is earGROUND, legit hip-hop. It's Lala Machinisa on all social media platforms. Subscribe, follow, share. You know the drill. Stay safe. Love you guys.
You are locked into legit hip hop only on earGROUND.